Some of the strangest discoveries in history were made in the middle of nowhere. From ancient civilizations to weird creatures, the hot, dry deserts hold a treasure no one would have thought existed anywhere. Here is a list of mysterious things found in the desert. Libyan glass is the rarest mineral on Earth and can only be found in the sands of Egypt. The pendant found in the tomb of Tutankhamun was made of Libyan glass. Scientists have not yet revealed the story of its formation, but one of the versions suggests that 28 million years ago, a huge meteorite fell into the desert. These mysterious discoveries had a temperature that melted the sand, and the wind scattered the liquid mixture all over the desert. The new direction for understanding the origin of the Libyan desert glass is evidence of an unusual mineral called rhyolite, which is one of the recent finds. Thousands of fossils have been found in the area of the proposed Tule Springs National Monument, including many Columbian mammoths. These were 14-foot-tall creatures that roamed the Nevada desert thousands of years ago. The process of unearthing the tusks began after the Bureau of Land Management approved the excavation. The tusk was found because part of it was sticking out of the desert dirt. It's like having a tooth so long that it needs to have a desert discovery. A flying saucer crash-landed in a Utah desert 14 years ago, and NASA has shared the photo for the first time. The space agency noted that Genesis was being tracked by radar and chased by helicopters. But since its parachute did not open as planned, it took an unexpectedly hard landing, hitting the ground at more than 300 kilometers per hour. So yes, a flying saucer crash-landed on Earth, and there is photographic evidence of this unexplained mystery. It's just not what you think. In China's Badiane-Jianan Desert, dozens of lakes mingle with the tallest sand dunes in the world. Researchers have long studied these features, yet a few unsolved mysterious details continue to enshroud them. To explain how Earth's tallest dunes formed, scientists previously focused on wind conditions and sand characteristics. Another enigma is the source of water for the approximately 100 lakes standing amidst the mega dunes. The experts have been analyzing the relative contributions from local precipitation, groundwater, snowmelt in remote areas, and pale water from a previous period with a wet climate. Imagine that, 100 lakes in a desert. We have more mysteries around there, so stick around. One resourceful Australian artist built an elite swimming pool in the Mojave Desert. Can anyone swim in the cold water in the midst of a hot desert? This pool is one mysterious find. There are no landmarks nearby, and Google Maps does not show its location. Nowadays, there are over 1 million people living in the Mojave Desert, and many live around it. One of the most important industries in the Mojave Desert is actually tourism. Mojave is an unincorporated community in Kern County, California. This is the product of an eccentric millionaire and San Francisco art collective, the Ant Farm. Cadillac Ranch is an installation in a dusty Texas cow pasture along eastbound I-40 between exits 60 and 62. These archaeology discoveries consist of 10 cars half-buried nose down and facing west at the same angle as the Cheops pyramids. The Cadillacs are completely covered in graffiti, and visitors are encouraged to add their own designs. Cadillac Ranch is a public art installation and sculpture in Amarillo, Texas. It was created in 1974 by Chip Lords, Hudson Marquez, and Doug Michaels, who were a part of the art group Ant Farm. An old Egyptian burial ground is sure to hold interesting treasures, so long as there's no curse that comes with it. Some people assume all Egyptian burial practices include wrapping mummies and shoving them into pyramids, but that was not always the case. A discovery in late 2016 brought some new light to Egyptian burials. At an excavation site, it was discovered that Egyptians once used burial boats. The site is seen as a massive grave, with several individual graves in between, similar to how Americans bury their dead in cemeteries. This Mojave Desert mystery was installed in 1960. It is 13 kilometers away from the nearest road and was meant for mine workers and those who got lost. But this mysterious thing became especially popular among tourists. In fact, someone named Rick Carr spent 32 days near the booth and answered 500 calls, including one from the Pentagon. Unfortunately, in 2000, due to the accumulation of garbage and vandalism, the booth was demolished. Now we can only see it in the movies. Hit the like button below this video and leave a message on the comment section. We'll get it. Well, if it wasn't an active warhead sitting in the middle of the desert in plain sight. This weapon is part of a storage tower for nuclear warheads that is open to the public. You'll want to visit one of these if you ever wanted to see what a fallout vault looks like in real life. What better place to store it than in the middle of nowhere? Don't worry, this unexplained discovery is deactivated and has been so ever since the end of the Cold War. This strange discovery is a 2.5-hour drive through the Nevada desert from the Alamo and Crystal Springs area in Tonopah. But travelers will want to linger longer and visit some unusual places and attractions along the way. Will you see an alien or UFO? Probably not, but it's fun to imagine you will, and you'll find plenty of inspiration along the extraterrestrial highway. The extraterrestrial highway sign was removed by Nevada's Department of Transportation. Still, we know we're not alone. Petroglyphs are symbolic designs engraved in stone by chisel and hammer. This ancient artifact helped man to communicate in the Neolithic age, before writing existed. The oldest petroglyphs can be found in the Atacama Desert. The absolutely beautiful symbols, that is also another mysterious thing found in the desert. Some look like multiple connected sets of diamonds, and others like trees or veins in a leaf. There are few petroglyphs in the American Southwest that are as deeply carved as these, and few that have the same sense of size. It was only with the advent of commercial flights over Peru in the 1920s that the full extent of the Nazca lines was discovered. What at first appeared to be geometric designs were later identified to be more distinct shapes, including a spider, a monkey, and a hummingbird. This raised a whole load of questions as to what exactly their purpose was. That question is still unanswered, though evidence points to some sort of ritual connection. A vast river network that once carried water for hundreds of miles across western Sahara has been discovered under the parched sands of Murashina. Radar images taken from a Japanese Earth observation satellite spotted the ancient river systems beneath the shallow, dusty surface. It is apparently winding its way for more than 500 kilometers inland towards the coast. The buried waterway may have formed part of the proposed Tamanrasset River that is thought to have flowed across the western Sahara in ancient times from sources in the southern Atlas Mountains and Hoggar Highlands, which is now known as Algeria. The eye of the Sahara Desert, known as the Richat structure, is a geologic dome containing rocks that predate the appearance of life on Earth. The eye resembles a blue bullseye and is located in western Sahara. It is visible from space and has been used as a visual landmark by astronauts. The formal name of this unusual phenomenon is Richat structure, or Globe El Richat, which was discovered in June 1965 by the two American astronauts McDivitt and White during a Gemini 4 space mission. As if normal roadside motels weren't creepy enough, someone had to go and add clowns to the mix. This place actually exists, and it's smack dab in the middle of the Nevada desert. The motel is fairly cheap at $50 a night. This will also give you access to moderate quality rooms and a graveyard. That's right, a graveyard. As if this place couldn't get any more creepy. Perhaps the clowns were once buried there and they are actually in their afterlife. Would you want to check it out? Let us know in the comments section. A concretion is a compact mass of mineral matter, usually spherical or disc-shaped, embedded in the host rock of a different composition. This strange thing, a hard round mass of sedimentary rock cement, is carried into place by groundwater. Concretions, the most variety-shaped rocks of a sedimentary world, occur when a considerable amount of cementing material precipitates locally around a nucleus, often organic, such as a leaf, tooth, and piece of shell or fossil. Concretions vary in shape, size, hardness, and color, from objects that require a magnifying lens to be clearly visible to huge bodies 10 feet in diameter and weighing several hundred pounds. Much of the petrified forest formed from tall trees called conifers. During floods, water forced the trees up from the ground. Over time, the wood from the trees became fossilized. The Petrified Forest National Park is one of the strange mysteries of Arizona. It sits within the Painted Desert, which is itself a strange and colorful landscape. Yellow, red, and even purple rocks and sand cover the hilly miles, with huge pieces of colorful ancient trees twisted in unusual ways. In the midst of the barren desert in Utah is a collection of startling, beautiful electric blue ponds, creating a strange, otherworldly landscape. You would not want to take a dip in these waters, though, as they are actually potash evaporation ponds. Intrepid Potash, United States' largest producer of potassium chloride, takes care of these pools. The bizarre ponds provide a brilliantly blue contrast to the barren, red Mojave Desert that surrounds them, with the color providing the optimum aid for the absorption of sunlight and evaporation. Give this video a like, and we'll keep getting you more like it. The ancestral Puebloans were also known as the Anasazi. They were an ancient Native American culture that spanned the present-day four corners of the United States, comprising Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. The early basket markers clothed in fur or turkey feather robes, string aprons, loincloths, and round-toed plant fiber sandals. They wore ornaments made of shell, bone, or stone. They also grew crops, primarily corn and squash, in garden-like plots rather than large fields. Archaeologists have found the baskets, especially in early basket marker sites, within dry caves and rock shelters. These shelters have protected and preserved perishable items through time. A viral media report on internet says recent gas exploration activity in the southeast region of the Arabian Desert uncovered a skeletal remains of a human of phenomenal size. This region of the Arabian Desert is called the Empty Quarter, or in Arabic, Rabu Khali. The discovery was made by the Aramco exploration team. People of Saudi Arabia believe these to be the remains of the people of Ad. It has been kept in secrecy, but a military helicopter took some pictures from the air, and one of the pictures leaked out to the internet in Saudi Arabia and went viral. Among the all-skeleton there were few bones, which is similar to the wings of Pterodactylus, which was a flying dinosaur. This made the archaeologists confused. Either it is a human with wings or mixed skeleton of more than one animals, since the archaeologists did not come to any conclusion. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. There are many strange stories in historic Arizona files. One that is about the most mysterious mummy found in the desert near Gila Bend, nicknamed Sylvester. Many believe that he once was a 19th century cowboy and a con that loved to play cards. Stories are told that he finally got caught cheating and was shot in the stomach. He made a hasty exit while bleeding profusely from his wound and got as far as the Arizona's Gila Bend Desert when he fell off his horse and died face down in the sweltering heat. Which of the mysterious discoveries fascinated you the most? Have you seen any of these in real life? Let us know in the comment section below. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comment section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.